with a wall and then rebound with a velocity negative 4I plus 3J. What's the impulse exerted on the ball by the wall? So we can consider from x and y axis, right? Because they're x and y. For x, velocity change is negative 4 minus 4, so it's negative 8, right? For the y, there's no change. It's 3j. At the beginning, it's 3j, so there's no change. So it's only change along x. And then velocity times, that's the change of velocity times the mass. That will be the impulse, right? The mass times the change of the velocity. That's the impulse. So just is equal to 3 kilogram, negative 8, and then negative 24. Right? J is 0, so we don't need to consider it. So this one is B, negative 24I newtons. This mass times delta velocity. Number 4, a 1.6 kilogram ball is attached to the end of 1.6 kilogram, 0.4 meter string to form a pendulum. This is released from rest with string horizontal. Okay. At the beginning it's like this, and then you release. You go to here. And then at the lowest point at here, it meet with another block. With a block, which is 0.8 kilogram, which was at rest initially. And then the speed of block after the collision got a speed of 3 meters per second. What is the speed of the ball after the collision? Okay. For this kind of question, we need to, it's mixed with the thing we learned before, with the momentum, right? So we need to analyze first, before the collision, what's the velocity of this ball. The same thing we learned last time, the potential energy, the energy. And here, the velocity is 0. The only energy it has is the potential energy, so mgh. And here, there's no potential energy because it's at the lowest point. What it has is kinetic energy. Okay? So that way, we calculate right? We know the height is 0.4. 0.4. If you calculate, it's 2.8. It is 2.8, the velocity before the collision. And then the initial velocity for this ball is 2.8, and then boom, there is a collision. 1.6 kilogram times 2.8. That was 0, right? It was at rest. It's equal to 1.6 times the velocity after the collision plus 0.8 times 3 meters per second. Because the speed of this block got is 3 meters per second. Right? This is, you understand? And then if you calculate the velocity, it will be 1.3 meters per second with E.
Because it's the mass times the velocity.
Mass, velocity, the initial one, is equal to plus velocity, the initial one, the second, first, is equal to the one in the end after the collision, right? We know this ball, the initial velocity is 2.8. And this block, the initial velocity was 0. So we didn't put it there because it's 0. Right? It's equal to the 1.6 is this ball after the collision velocity plus the block got a velocity of 3 meters per second. Right?
Okay, I get it.
It's just the initial one before the collision, and then immediately after the collision. Write down the two should be the same. And then number 5, 8 kilogram object moving 4 meters per second in the positive